You want to know how to make an amazing cup of coffee in just a few minutes? Well, here's a way to do it, and you don't need a big fancy coffee maker for this, but it is a killer cup of coffee, I promise you. This is called a French press coffee maker. This particular model is a Bodum, and that's B-O-D-U-M. It's actually French. And so let me show you how it's going to work here. We have our coffee, and it's in this bag here, and we have a cup of cold water. So all we're going to do is we're going to take this water and we're going to stick it into the microwave. And we're going to boil this water in the microwave. So all we got to do, oh, that's me, hi, hit the 3 minutes, and here we go. And it'll boil in approximately 3 minutes. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead, and I've got some nice French roast here. Yeah, and when you do this, when you use a French press coffee maker, you want the beans to be a coarse grind. So get the most coarse grind that you can through your coffee people. As you can see, I go to Salt Lake Roasting Company, who does amazing coffee beans, and you can buy from them mail order. But if you're going to use a French press, again, you want the coarsest ground coffee that you can find. And as you can see, I just put one level coffee scoop in here, and we're going to go ahead and use that with the boiling water that we're going to pull out of here, although you don't really want it quite boiling. Now, the reason you want a coarse grind when you do this is because the finer that you grind your coffee beans, the more that it will release acids out of the coffee, and you'll end up with getting more of a bitter flavor or a bitter cup of coffee. So if you can use really coarse grind, then you will have better tasting coffee. And that's one of the advantages of a French press, is that you can use a very coarse grind with a French press and it still works beautifully. And the other thing that works beautifully is it is just so simple. I just love this thing. I got it for my birthday last year, and I don't use it every day because I'm kind of an espresso latte guy during the week because it's fast, and I have a machine, this wonderful machine here, that is just killer. And so I use that during the week. But on Sundays, I like to relax and have a nice cup of the French press coffee. So we'll come right back when the water boils, which is just about a few seconds away. Okay, the water's boiling, and here's what you do. See, it just stopped boiling. We take it out and we count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the reason we're doing this is because we want it to get the correct temperature. So now all we do is we pour it right in here, and we'll go ahead and put the lid on, and then we wait for 3.5 minutes. Okay, it's been almost 3.5 minutes, and I did move this, you may notice, but you can see it better from here. Why 3.5 minutes? Well, that's just what works. If you go too long, then you're just not going to get that fresh flavor, and if you don't go long enough, then it just hasn't had time to properly extract the coffee. So now what you do is you just take this and you push the plunger down slowly, because you don't want to splatter coffee all over. And I didn't make very much, and normally if you're making a full pot, it's clear up here and you're pushing the plunger all the way down through it. But that should work just fine. And we're going to pour it right out, and there will be sediment in the bottom of this thing, and so when you're pouring out, you don't want to tip it over too much. Just let that come out as much as it does. Now, this is a very strong cup of coffee. I like coffee strong. If you don't like it that strong, just use more water, less grounds, whatever. But you will not find a better cup of coffee.